All right, I'm standing on the front porch. The front porch is a wood porch, wood decking. It generally looks in good shape, and I would say recently painted. Actually, to me, it looks like the whole house was recently painted. I'm going to go with the fact that it may be a newer roof. If not, the roof visually from the street level kind of thing looks in good shape. Certainly, that depends on what the home inspector says, because they get up and look closely at the roof. Let's see. Nothing else on the roof. So the screens generally are in good shape on the windows. The windows are generally in good shape, what I've seen so far. It's your side yard here, so we do have a little bit of a fenced yard there. Looks like we're missing a screen on this front window, and I'll check in the garage. Sometimes, or a lot of times I have my clients just take the screens off when we're getting ready to list the house so they can be washed and that the windows can be washed. Sometimes this agent will have a pre-inspection. So this is yours here, the side of the house, this is yours, and so this could be additional parking. It's also a very sunny spot. If you didn't need the parking, this might be a terrific spot for container gardening. So if you want to do any kind of vegetable gardening. So the front of the house is a cement hardy board siding. The side of the house is a wood product. I'm guessing that these little dragon details, the dragon scales, quite cute, nice little touch. Those are likely a cement hardy board or some kind of plywood, but this type of siding is a wood product. And why that's important to know is just something you want to pay attention to. If you attach something to the wood product, you just want to make sure that you caulk it really well and keep paint on it, because you don't want water to get penetrated into your wood product. Everything I'm seeing looks great, so I'm not concerned about that. The sheathing underneath the roof looks in good shape so far, and it appears to be nicely painted. This gate looks a little worse for the wear, but I know that's easy. The backyard slopes away from the house, and the front yard is fairly flat. I'm going to go, that door goes into the garage, but we'll check once we're on the inside. Here's some additional screens, so maybe those are screens that belong on the other side of the house. This deck looks in great shape, as does the deck below. Looks like they were using an old wood stove for a fire pit. That's kind of cool. These are terrific. I don't know about being so close to the wood fence, but, there's ways to deal with that. You could put hardy board, cement board behind there. Because they actually have a fire pit right here. Actually a very nice size yard, and not too much, not too big of a yard, so it's not going to be a ton of maintenance. This would be a little shadier here, so maybe succulent type plants. Looks like we have a walk-in crawl space, so that's kind of nice. It's unusual to have this high of a crawl space, and so it's possible that they did store things down here. I wouldn't store anything that requires, you don't want to get moist, because it will get some air circulation, but it is not a conditioned space, but not a bad spot to put gardening things, things that don't require conditioning. So otherwise, this is very typical in Washington to have a raised foundation. In Washington, our water table is very high, and so we kind of want to raise the house off of the ground so that we don't have, water issues. And there's a gate on this side of the house as well. And as you remember or recall, that the yard slopes down to the back. So I don't know that you could use this. This would be the shadier side of the house. Got big trees behind you. They don't belong to you, but that's going to make it a little tougher to grow grass in certain areas. But I think this yard just could use a little weed and feed and some love, and the grass would be really nice. It looks like they probably had an herb garden right in this zone at some point. And again, I think that goes into the garage, but we'll check that out once we get into the house. The rest of the fence actually looks in good shape. So it just may be at some point you'd want to, fix this gate up a little bit. I'm going to say that vent is potentially to a fireplace, but we'll see more when we get inside. We can see your telephone networking cables here and the electric service here. Other thing I see that's nice is that your downspouts go underground, and that's going to take it off to a storm water facility in the area. And the gutters themselves look in great shape. Again, what I can see of the roof, it looks like it's in good shape. And I'm not seeing a lot of moss or debris. It's a little harder on a single story house to really get a good eye on the roof, but what I can see, it looks good. We'll leave the rest up to the home inspector. So we do have a storm door screen. So this would slide up, so you could also get some ventilation through here. If you wanted to, there's windows on all sides of the house with the screens, and being so close to the water, you should be able to get a nice breeze. It's actually really hot outside today, and it's very, very comfortable in the house. So this entry closet is just a basic coat closet with bifold doors. This little bifold is off the track, which, let's fix that. There we go. And I'm going to say that this was recently painted inside, but maybe not a terrific job. Maybe somebody wants to go along and touch up the baseboards. Very nice shape on the living room, and then very nice space here. If you didn't have a formal dining room table, or a dining room table for that matter, what I like about the way the lighting is that you could just have this all as living space, or living in a little office or reading area. Without the dictated lighting, it really makes this super flexible to use however you want. So I mentioned the electric service. So we're going to have electric wall heaters. They are zoned heating, and so you should have a thermostat in every room, and that's going to control the heat in that area. This house, I think because of the age of it, also the single story, to me, this would be a perfect house to consider putting in an electric heat pump, and I would do the mini split version. So I'm going to go with these being original cabinets to the house, but they were painted. And obviously that was painted by the homeowner. I like the white. I think they did a great job, but maybe you'd want to finish painting the inside. The countertops are a butcher block that have been stained in this kind of dark gray color. They feel a little rustic. The dishwasher, I don't know if we need a trim piece right there or what's going on. Again, the home inspector probably tell us what I'm seeing. I'm not certain of. The appliances are, not top of the line. They're very basic. I'm going to say probably dated. So not something I would do right this minute, but maybe something I would do down the road is update the appliances, including the hood. What's nice, this hood does vent to the outside of the house, so that's really nice for you. Again, the dishwasher to me is just very basic, so I would consider at some point updating the appliances and having a new dishwasher. Good amount of storage. I'm going to go with the refrigerator maybe being a little newer. And this window could use a little cleaning. But nice kitchen, nice U-shaped kitchen, so easy for a couple people to work in if you like to cook with other people. It's really nice. Okay, so what are we seeing here? Not certain what that thermostat's for, so or what this is for. I feel like maybe at one point there was a ceiling fan in here. Don't know for sure. So doorbell, and then this would be your carbon monoxide detector. In the hallway, shelved linen, and it's a pretty deep shelf. I'm going to go with 24 inches. Then here's our laundry area. So that vent I saw possibly was the dryer vent going out. And we have another shelved like utility closet. And into the garage. Okay, this is nice. Oh, all right. So they have a wood stove in the garage. So my guess is they probably, instead of parking in here, just see that door right there? They converted this to like a family room. So we're going to see a very short garage on that side. So the driveway parking and then that gravel area on the side is going to be the parking unless you wanted to pull this out. My guess is they, made a little family room in here. It looks to me like they even had carpet on the floor at one point. So water heater is not the newest I've ever seen, but not the oldest I've ever seen. So let's go with 2013 on the water heater. No, this is 1999, so maybe it is original. I don't see any concerns like rusting or anything like that. And again, the home inspector is going to tell us what I can't see. So, more shelving. This person may have used this as a shop. All right, so there's your garage. The garage is about 2 feet, if that. So the person that bought this house just added drywall here and didn't park in here. They made this an additional either living space or workspace. With the wood stove, I feel like maybe a family room, but it's hard to say. Okay, I see I did some updates to the electrical, so I'm seeing all the appropriate install the low voltage cameras. So they installed camera system. I'm seeing the appropriate permits for the panel. This panel is being totally utilized, so there is nothing, there are no spaces, additional spaces. So if we wanted to add a heat pump or we wanted to add a hot tub or something like that, we'd have to expand the panel or get a secondary panel. You know, it's not the end of the world to do that. We did a major remodel on our house, and we added a mini split or, a heat pump, and had to expand our panel. Okay, continuing down the hallway. And the first door on the left is going to be the bedroom with the dragonflies and the teepee. I'm saying that because I know you've looked at that listing a number of times. They have a twin bed here, and I might have run the twin under the window here, or you could come out from this wall. But I'd say this room is maxed out with a twin or a full. To me, this would be a great home office type space, and it has a nice wardrobe closet. Again, so far all the windows look in good shape. I'm not seeing any failed gaskets there. All right. Now here we go with a guest bedroom that this is a queen size bed. So certainly there's room for 2 side tables. So if you were having a guest bedroom, you have a couple of options. That could be a headboard wall there, but this is probably the most logical headboard wall. And then this has a double wardrobe closet. Across the hall from that is the shared bath in the hallway. And I'm going to say it's all the original cabinetry, probably lighting and sink. Looks in decent shape. It's been painted. I'd say the flooring is new. So we've got fresh paint, fresh flooring, probably fresh hardware in some spots. Original tub. This is fiberglass tub shower combo. The skylight in here is suspect to me. It's not leaking, it's not that. What I see is probably a failed gasket. Very, very, very common in this area because in the summer months, we get just intense long days of heat, and those rubber gaskets tend to fail. And so in my opinion, if we're writing an offer on this house, we would just mention this in the offer and have the seller fix that. We have another closet here. So I would say really overall, lots of good storage. And again, 24-inch shelf, I believe. Oops. Okay, I didn't break it. I just got it off of the track. So, and then here is the primary bedroom. And this is also a queen size set. You can see there's plenty of territory between here and the bathroom and closets. Probably a tall chest of drawers would fit there. So if you have drawers, or it is a really nice size walk-in closet. So there would be room in here for a storage piece. And then the ensuite, similar situation. We have probably the original vanity, original lighting, newer hardware, fiberglass tub shower combo. This skylight also, I think, probably needs some love. Again, I'm not seeing any leaking or anything like that. It's just that I think the gasket has failed. Condensation is built up in there, and so the metal has rusted a little bit. So my overall opinion is it's a cute neighborhood, a cute house. I think that, you know, it's possible we could negotiate a little bit on this one, but I would certainly want to see a pre-inspection, or certainly have a home inspection. And then some of those things that, you know, jumped out at me as far as the skylights, I would definitely want to just write that straight into the offer to have repaired.